So you talked about this aspect of being mentored, having this passion for sailing, and being sort of planning your future. That was kind of one question, but another question is making sure there's sustainability in that future, and you end up getting into design and winning competitions, and even studying this formally. So once you finished school and you got into this on a professional basis, what were the next sort of milestones in a chronological order leading to where you are today?
Thank you. I started my first business in 2008. That was sort of simultaneously with ending my time at university in England. Um, I worked for different shipyards, one in England and one in Italy, and that's was a great way to get into yachting was to design yachts. So I thoroughly enjoyed seeing some of my designs come out and be built. It's the closest thing to having a child being born before you become a dad. I think when you see your own designs get made and used, which is fun. So yeah, I did some design work, and then after promoting the design above me, which is a 190-foot concept, it's a 58-meter concept. I promoted Soliloquy, the super green super yacht. And so she's propelled from the sun and the wind. She's zero emission. And I tried to prove a point to the world we can have eco luxury, zero emission, and therefore have the most luxurious item on the planet, but without causing any detrimental environmental impact. And so I've enjoyed speaking around the world with different topics of conversation about conferences on the future of yachting, sustainability, ocean conferences, and other things about the subject of sustainability in yachting. And indeed, I chat to clients about that quite regularly today, whether they own a yacht or are chartering a yacht for a vacation. And so that's how I got into yachting. And then I moved to the States. So I'm originally from England, and I moved to Florida in 2011. And I was doing some design work for a little while, and then also the marketing of an Italian yacht builder. Before I moved in and I pivoted towards the yacht sales and charter vacation side of the market. And so for the last 15 years, I suppose, I've been in a role of a super yacht advisor, helping clients go on experiential, extraordinary trips with their loved ones, multi-generational family vacations or retreats for family offices or companies. And then indeed, a few of my clients like to then think about ownership of a yacht after falling in love with that lifestyle. And so I've helped with over 40 super yacht sales, from a couple of million to north of $300 million on the second-hand market. And then on the new build side, it depends on the complexity and the size of the yachts, but our company have been involved with some of the largest projects ever built. So yeah, that's sort of been the trajectory from sort of starting out as a young yacht designer, winning a few international awards, and then I use that sort of background every day when chatting with clients. It's been thoroughly rewarding, and I always say I'm in the relationship business, which is really rewarding to build these relationships with clients. Some of whom have been for many years, and now their kids become my clients. They're going on their honeymoons and their family holidays. So yeah, it's been a really enjoyable journey, and now I'm enjoying the other area of my passion with combining those relationships with my philanthropic work.
So let me see if I can summarize what you're doing then. You have a component which is all about experience. So you can design boutique experiences or unique experiences for people. And you can also, based on those experiences, they may think, you know what, I want one. So you can get into the used uh, or other pre-owned, let's call them pre-owned yachts that maybe somebody's trying to sell, and you have people who'll be willing to do that. And you can get into you're in the market where people want something very unique and designed from the ground up. When you do that, do you outsource that or you still get your hand into the design?
Yeah, great question. I'm more of an advisor role. So I have some great relationships across the yacht industry. Um, Given my yacht design background, I can advise clients to a point, but I then do like to collaborate. So I'll be able to introduce a client to a design studio anywhere in the world who would be a potential candidate to do the custom yacht design. And then we, guide the client from A to Z of the whole process, support them when it comes to the design work. Then we tender the design out to different shipyards. Our team in the yacht management company, which is the parent company of Moravia Yachting, they're called Hill Robinson. Then they'll come in and help guide the client when it comes to building the yacht, making sure it's on time, on budget, and the highest quality possible from each shipyard, respectively. And then, of course, given that we're the leader in yacht management, which is like property management for yachts, we can then guide the owner on recruitment of their crew, the provisioning of the yacht, the compliance, the tax and flagging and all those other aspects of owning a yacht, indeed through their whole life cycle to one day potentially selling the yacht and building another yacht. So we can guide them accordingly.
So let's say an owner or a person desires to have a yacht designed, and then you work with the best design houses in the world. You can advise them through that process, and then you tender it out to the best shipyards in the world, and there's constant hand touch and kind of through the process. And now the owner has a yacht, but they're not using that yacht all the time. So I guess they would lease it then, or and then you also manage help with the management of that yacht. So that would be when it's not used, maybe it could be leased to others. The maintenance of that yacht, making sure that the crew is, you can help them find the proper crew for this and things like that. So the entire management of that entity, which is a significant investment, right? Did I
Yes,
miss
yeah.
anything in there or?
That's absolutely correct. All the above. So, in other words, we're one of the very few full service 360 super yacht companies. We can help in their first step on board a yacht, whether that's a yacht vacation in the price point of a ski trip, right up to $4 million a week on the yacht vacation world. But then, of course, if people want to go into the ownership side, we're world experts to help with the purchase, the sale, a new build, and then, of course, the management. And as you say, we look after and advise every aspect of ownership of a yacht, and then it allows the owner to enjoy their yacht without any of the worry or the work that goes involved. Because, of course, some of these large yachts that have 50, 60 full-time crews, a mini business in itself. And so there's a lot of logistics to be organized, and that's what we do best.